Where were you before you kind of come to me? Like what were you doing in your business and things like
So prior to coming to you, in sense of lead generating, there's pretty much all the stuff that you can do online. So networking events, trying to get referrals from people, meet up for coffees and that kind of stuff. And obviously came to you with the idea of let's try and systemize that and do it in a way that leads can be coming in whilst I can focus in on other areas of the business.
Yeah. So what type of leads were you looking to get and yeah, how did you kind of want to grow the business? What was the goal like initially?
So the initial goal is essentially just to bring in new investors. So if we build out something that can bring in more investors for me, I can spend my time just finding deals to fit those criteria rather than trying to split my time on investors and trying to find deals. That could be a funnel to bringing in more investors, basically.
Yeah, I think something I thought about like this week actually is like people get their business to whatever level from these organic channels. And it's like then you hit a point where you physically can't rely on that, like because that's where you start having the up and down months of like 2 sales the 1 month, yeah, and you do 8 the next month because it's all through referrals. And then when you're at a point where you start feeling stressed out because your expenses go up and you're like, I need to then make 4 sales a month. You can't turn on referrals to like rely on that. So
I think it's like you said, it's the consistency side of it, like I said. So it's some months you're trying to find new investors, some months you're trying to find new deals. But if you have something there kind of handling that side of the business for you, you can then obviously focus on something else. Obviously easier said than done, and always changes, but it definitely relieves a lot of stress.
Since we started running ads properly, I'd say, was it about November or December?
Yeah.
We've generated more than 370 leads across various campaigns.
Yeah.
But how's that actually affected your business, and what's that kind of given you like from those leads?
So it's given me a solid list of investors to work off. Obviously off that, it's brought in more income and more revenue, which is obviously good. And then obviously if it's essentially pumped that back into more ads to actually grow the list. Obviously the way that's obviously benefited me now. So now I've got this list of investors, either some of whom I've spoke to, some of whom I haven't yet. The ones I've spoken to, I can now basically go out on deal hunt for those particular people rather than me trying to constantly find new investors. These are just coming in on a monthly basis and then onboard and call, hunt the deal for them, get the deal sold to them and move on to the next investor. Yeah.
How's it kind of changed the way that you like operate your business? You said before you was obviously going to the networking, coffees and stuff. Has it changed like your day to day?
Yeah, it's definitely changed my day to day in the sense of my weeks are now a bit more structured. So I'm spending X amount of times on a daily basis in the office doing admin or onboarding calls, and then dedicating another half of my week then to be out on viewings or doing project check-ins. Yeah. So it's giving a bit more consistency on what most weeks look like and where I need to be, rather than trying to find stuff to fill my week with.
Yeah. And then finally, like what's working with me been like I don't know if you did many videos and stuff beforehand and stuff, like how have you found all that side of things? Yeah,
it's definitely been good. It's given me a push more so to do more marketing, because I know something I've always needed to do, but you've kind of given me a structure on like what I need to do and an anchor in the sense of, okay, if I can dedicate my time to doing X amount of posts a week rather than trying to think I need to post every day, it's definitely helpful. And also, I can remember the one thing you told me is just post about what you're doing. Yeah. And I noticed about once I've started doing that, again, that's brought in a lot of organic leads just in the sense of me posting what I'm doing. People having that social proof of he's actually out there doing what he says he does.
Yeah, because your followers got up and stuff as well.
Yeah, exactly. So obviously it's a nice thing to look at, but yeah, obviously followers have gone up, but obviously ultimately the main thing is that converting into leads, which has as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then finally, what would you say if someone was looking to kind of grow their sourcing business and they were thinking about running ads and working with me?
Yeah, I think it's definitely something you need to look into if you're in a position to do it, especially if you reach a stage where you have a nice steady flow of leads coming in, whether it's off market, on market from agents that they need to sell, but your investors either tied up into properties or your investor list is not as big. That's an easy way to grow that list, have a wider access to more people, so you can basically match the investor on the property.
Yeah. All right, nice one. Thanks.
Yeah.